Right. Good evening, everyone. Good night, good night, good night. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another Saturday Night Live. I was checking, and I think we're going on 2 months now. Almost, yeah. I think this is the 2 month anniversary of Saturday Night Live since we started in September. So welcome to all those of you on the inside. If you are a teacher or a parent or a, what do you call this word? Teacher, parent, even if you're a student and you want to see what I'm showing teachers so that you will know how to work your way around the system, hey, all I tell you, information is information, it's what you do with it. So if you decide that you're here and you're fighting on the student side, you could do that too. We're all or if you have a teacher who always struggling because some child is usually gaming the system very well, and you want to be the class snitch, you do that too. But for all the teachers out there, just like any classroom, just like any school, anywhere that you have teachers and you have students, you will have some sort of pressure from the students, no, from the teachers on the students, that will cause them to lie and say to say some of the classic lies, which is, my dog ate my homework, or one of the best ones I heard when I was in secondary school was, I wrote it on my hand, and when I was walking home, rain fall and it wash off. That's a classic. That's a classic. And because students may be a little better than you in terms of managing the technology, they might be able to game the system a little bit. Yeah. So I kind of just want to deal with some issues here because over the past few weeks, a lot of teachers have been sending me questions asking, so how is no one a child submit an assignment? Is there any way that you could check to see if they actually did the work? Or this child saying that they submitted, but I not seen anything there. And the child swear she submitted, or the child swear they submitted. And this child said they work on this group project, but everybody else saying that the child didn't work on the group project. So is there any way I could check that? So I'm going to try to see if I could help you. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I could try to help you. Let me just share this link a little bit to the WhatsApp group to let them know we've started. And of course, if you have any questions about how to apply this, you can ask along the way, because questions are always welcome. If you don't have questions in our YouTube live, what are you really doing? You must give the people a chance to ask a question, unlike Caribbean Examinations Council in their YouTube lives. Yeah. Alright. Hey, you see XC Spy Boy. Nice to have you on the inside. Appreciate it. The honor, the pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. Alright, so let's go. Don't forget to like the video. Make sure you click the little thumbs up. It looks like this. Just in case you didn't know what a thumbs up looks like. It looks like thumbs up. Yeah. Right. So let's go to our test classrooms. All right. So I have two classrooms. Well, I have the student side is the left and the teacher side is the right. By now, you all should know that by now. So on the teacher side, I'm going to have the classroom here, and you will see all the stuff that's in the classroom. On the teacher side, I'm going to have the student inside the class, so they will see the class from a student's perspective. And what we're going to try to do, is we're going to try to see if we could figure out what a child will do if they say that they're not submitting an assignment. So you go in your classwork and you create a little assignment, yada yada yada, something like that. And let's say it's the label, the part of the flower assignment, and I put a due date. See if I can put a due date for y'all, so you can see it clearly. So I'm going to go to instructions and I'm going to try to edit the assignment. So I don't know if you all were here 2 weeks ago where I had to label the flower assignment. So I'm going to set the due date for this to be today at 8:07 p.m., which is 1 minute from now, right? So I'm going to save that. And right, so basically that's the assignment there. It is a PowerPoint, is a kind of Google Slides presentation where you have to label the parts of the flower. So now when I go to the stream, I will see that the assignment is there on the student side. So I'm on the student side now. Student side is this side. Okay, this side, student side. And I want to see the classwork that I have. And I have labeled the parts of the flower due at 8:07 p.m. Right now it's 8:07, so I'm going to act like, I'm now going to submit this assignment. So when I click view assignment, let me first, oh damn, it was marked already. I can't do that. Hold on. All right, I'm going to have to create a new assignment because this one was marked already. Okay, so we're going from the start. We're going from the start. So student, you create an assignment for the student. Create assignment. For those of you who don't know how to create an assignment, this is how you do it very quickly. Random. You set the time, the due date. I'm setting the due date specifically for today at 8:08, 8:10, sorry. I'll put it at 8:09. Hopefully I'll get done by that time. 8:09 p.m. Set that, and then I create a document, and the document will it will be created, and I basically want to say do stuff. And I'm going to choose make a copy for each student. And when I choose make a copy for each student, I click assign. And when I click assign, I go on my stream, and automatically I'm going to see the random assignment will be assigned. Here, random assignment. Random assignment. Okay, so I have the random assignment created. Right, random, and it's due at 8:09. So right now it's 8:08. So I'm going to not submit it on time. And first clue, which some people I don't think have seen or figured out so far, is that when you don't submit it on time, it gets marked as late or submitted late. So it's 8:09 right now, so I'm going to go into the assignment that's named random. Oh, this is what people will tell them about, where sometimes you see assignments grayed out. Or grayed out assignments were assignments that would have gone already. Yeah, the due date would have passed. No, this one not due. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I have to investigate that because somebody was telling me the last time that children seeing assignments grayed out and now are actually seeing it. So I will investigate it and probably get back to you all as to why that happens. If anybody knows any chat, you could let me know. Okay, so I'm going to go into the random assignment. And in the random assignment, I'm going to get a document that I have to type in. So I'm going to type in the document. Oh, great. Submitted. Hey, how nice. Much appreciated. Right. So random stuff goes here. All right. So I click random, stuff goes here, and I should see a button on the top right hand side that says submit. Let me see. Turn in right here. Turn in is here, right? So when I click turn in, because it's after the time, clearly it's after the time. When I click turn in, it's going to automatically send the information, send the stuff in, right? So I send the random assignment in, and then the assignment details are going to come up like so. And this is something that students forget to do. Sometimes they attach their work, right? They attach their work, but they don't click turn in. So students will tell you, no miss, no sir, I turned it in, but they actually never clicked turn in. All they did was attach it. So if they attach it and you don't click turn in, you'll just get to this point here. But you need to be able to tell them, listen child, there's going to be a button on your right hand side that says turn in. If you don't click turn in, it won't be seen as turn in. So let me show you what happens on the teacher side. Teacher side is left hand side here, right? So I'm going to go to random assignment and I click view assignment. When I click view assignment, I'm literally seeing that the assignment is there in student work. So I click on the student's name and I'm seeing it there. But however, I'm not seeing it as turned in. And that's the issue, right? So I need to see it as turned in because right now it's still saying missing. So what you have to do is make sure that students know that they have to click turn in. And if they don't click turn in, it will be considered late. So watch me, I'm going to click turn in now as the student. So I'm going to click turn in. And it says, yeah, I'm turning it in. And then on the left hand side now, it's going to change from missing to late. So that's my first clue. That's always your first clue. You see this done late here? You'll see it right here. Look. Done late. Done late. Now it's time for a pro tip. Pro tip. If you tell your children that if your work comes in late, it will not be marked, or you will only get half of the marks or something like that, then they will know that, listen, this thing has a clock on it. And if I turn it in late, I'm not going to get the mark that I need. But if every time children send in stuff late and you tell them, don't worry child, I'll mark it, it's okay, no problem, I understand. But you know very well the child have proper internet access, the child have a device because you know the mother and you know the father, and they're just playing with you because they realize, oh, my teacher's soft. I could submit things late. It clearly says done late, but they're still marking it. But what is this? I don't know, right? If the person is from a different time zone, I've tested it already. I've changed the time zone in our computer and turned it in. It will go for the time zone of the classroom, or the classroom that was set. So if you tell them they have to submit it by a particular time, they have to know that they have to submit it by the time zone of the teacher, not their time zone. So if I tell you have to submit something, like if you're working somewhere in the world and you say you have to submit it by 4 o'clock Eastern time, you should know what your time zone is and how much hours you are different from Eastern time. So the time zone argument, yeah, that'll really fly. That'll really fly too well. Anyhow, so if a child gets the ability to submit things late and you still mark it, then that's your fault, right? You really, you're not going to be like that, right? All right, so who's this person? Tanisha Mahabir asks, how can a teacher create student view? You just have to create an email address and log into your class and join your class as a teacher. So join the class as a student. So I joined my class as a student. Pretty much. Okay. Right, so you see that the student has done it late. Good, that's your first clue. Okay, now if things get a little rough, a little worse, and you give, let's say you give some assignment to do, and the child says they haven't submitted it as yet, but you ask them if they did their work, and they'll be like, yes sir, I was doing my work. Clara, be soon, but you can't do it if admin says no. Well, If your admin says no, then yeah, obviously you can't do it. But that's not up to the technology. The technology has the ability. But we don't deal with the human part here. Because the human part of teaching is the hard part of teaching. The actual technology part, that works pretty good, It's just, like everything in life. Work is easy. Humans are hard. Anyhow, so let's go. So, if the child says, I worked on this assignment for the whole week, miss, and I just need to finish a few things again before I submit it. And they didn't submit it on time, and then they submitted it late because, they were working on it so hard and all kind of stuff. And it'd be like, oh, really, child? All right, I understand. Let me show you what you can do. So let's say as an assignment that you gave the children, and you gave them to do a presentation, and the child submitted it late, and their excuse is, no, sir, I was working on it for the whole week, and clearly, like, my internet stopped working and all that stuff. All right, cool. So you go to the assignment, and you open it, and you go view assignment, right? When you click view assignment, it will open up and it will show you the assignment. So you click on it, and then the assignment will open. Now you will see that the child may have done some work. Maybe, maybe not. But if they claim that they've been working on it for the whole week, whole week, you'll be like, oh, I see. Okay, let me check the edit history. So this is how you check the edit history, right? On the right-hand side, there will be like the actual document or something like that. So this is the document. And then you'll see this kind of open in new window button. So when you click open a new window, it will go to the actual assignment that child worked on. And when they open it up, when you as the teacher open it up, the same assignment that the child worked on, you could go to File, and then go by Version History. When you go to Version History, you will see every single time this assignment was edited. So you can click See Version History. When I click See Version History, I'm going to see this on the right-hand side. So I will see that this assignment was created on October the 3rd at 8:17 p.m. It was then edited at 8:22 p.m. And then it was further edited on October the 5th at 8:11 p.m. And every time I edit changes, you will see that it was not done. Because the last time they actually touched the assignment was last week when you assigned it. So the child will come and be like, no, I was working on it whole week. I spent the whole night and I was really working on it every single night I was working on that. And he'd be like, child, why a line? The edit history says that the last time you actually touched this assignment was last week. So, yeah, stop. Right? Now, if it's a Microsoft Word assignment or something and they have to upload it, then you wouldn't be able to track it. But that is why I recommend using the actual Google Docs, using the actual Google Slides, and making them do it inside Google. Because if they do it in a Word document, you won't be able to track the edit history. But if you make them do it in a Google document or in Google Slides, you'll be able to check every single edit. And then if it's a group project now, like if it's a group project and all 5 people have to be working on something, you see this little arrow here that has come up? You can click Expand Detailed Versions. And when you go to Detailed Versions, you'll see every single thing that they did. If they backspace something, you'll see it. If they put enter sign, you'll see it. If they change the font color, you'll see it. If they put like a background or something, you'll see it. Because this now will show you a log of every single thing that they did for whenever they had to do it. And the version history will basically prove that. Now, of course, you're not going to go into the version history all the time. But there are some children who, they like to play the game. And they play the game well. So as a teacher, you ought to be able to play the game a little better too. So you had to say to yourself, all right, everybody must submit their thing using Google Docs, right? So I'm going to get a I'm going to see if I get another assignment where multiple people edited it, right? So I'm going to have to, where did I do it? I did one in school. I can't divulge students' names. So I'm going to try to blur it out, kind of. See if I could open up this one, man. No, that one is okay. Let me see if the Jamboard one will work. What's that, Java? If you type it out in Word and paste it in Docs, well then, that means it actually did the work. So, this is not for people who don't have any work to submit, you know. This is for people who have no work to submit and they said that they were working on it. It will mean that they didn't have it. It wasn't done. So if you type it out in Word and paste it in Docs, then I will see that you did all the work and then you pasted it. So that means you actually did the work. It's not really going to be an issue. This is for the person who has nothing to submit and they're lying and saying that no, they were working on it all the time, but it miraculously deleted, or they got hacked, or, you know, no sir, trust me, I had the whole thing here and then I got hacked and all the data was gone after. And trust me, everybody was working on it and then it was gone. Lie, lie, lie. I was supposed to get a meme, but I forgot to get it. Anyhow. So, oh, right. I have a document that I did in class the other day with the whole class was editing a document. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to show you what a full edit log looks like. But I have to make sure I block out my students' names because I don't want the names to be seen for security purposes. Yeah. So, yes, students lie, and we know that. That's not a problem. And then he'd be like, no, I got hacked. Liar. Version history. All right, watch what a full version history looks like. Okay. Ready, setty. No. Okay, I could block it with this one. I could. So I'm going to put this here. And then I'm going to put that. I'll use my head as a block. All right, yeah. Nobody will still see it. This is so hard. All right. Okay, good. So you see all those little dots there? See these little colors here? All that there is the version history. So every single child had a particular color, and every single color was logged. And if I click on each one of them, it will show you what the child did. It will show you when they backspace, when they clicked on something, when they didn't do something, when they didn't do whatever, all that stuff. All these are different colors here. And I could show you even more. So I could show you that. Hold on. The last time. Okay, ready and go. Hiding. All right. So you see in here, version history. Last time it was updated was that by this person. And then if I click this little arrow right here, it will expand and will show me every single person that did what they had to do. So if I give a group project and the group project is not done, and people say, no sir, I worked on the group project. Well, you will see that they lied because there is no record of them in the actual version history. And version history makes your life a whole lot easier when it comes to determine if the child lied or not. All right, so questions before I show you all the next way. I'm just here sharing the information. Anybody has any questions about that? Or anybody has another scenario where they suspect a child lied, but they said that they did their work, but they didn't actually do it? All right, while we're waiting on questions, I'll only hear from Granny.
Of all the days, Sheila, they want to do Zoom meeting, they want to do Zoom. I don't know about this Zoom thing, you know. For years, put on this Zoom, I don't test computer, you know. Test on. Sorry, boy.
Yeah!
Come some out to put on this Zoom, please.
Oh gosh, all you gotta do is just click the
No, don't give me instructions. Come and show me. I take
gosh.
this night out.
Oh gosh, just put.
This is now the road hole and do just come and show
Take your
me.
time now, Granny. Just put the meeting code and press the
Press it.
password. No, the meeting
What?
code. You gotta put the meeting code and then
I
the
don't
password.
understand what you're saying.
You have a meeting code and a password.
Come and show me what to do.
Oh gosh,
I'm not patient.
it's every minute so you gotta be calling
But
me.
what is this thing?
Look, just put the meeting code and the
Press it.
password and
I
no,
can't-
I think I show you
But
hold
what
the
is
phone upside
this?
down. You see me? It's every day so I
But what
I
is
give up,
that
you know.
all?
I done. I won't find somebody to help you, yes?
You give up? I should have given up on you a long time. I never give up.
Oh
Look at
gosh.
this thing.
Every minute so. All right, we're back. Thank you very much, Granny. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, so that's two ways. One is making sure the assignment is actually submitted. The next way is to check the version history. So to check the version history, make sure you're able to click on the actual assignment and you'll see. Now also in the assignment submission section, there's a part called See History. The history will be when it was assigned, when it was turned in, and when the grades were actually put in, and when you change grades. So if you edited grades, so that's not seen a question here. In Google Classroom, there's no grade section as seen on the laptop next to stream classwork people. How do I see the spreadsheet on the phone? I don't understand that question, SE guest. What about instances where they say they cannot edit the document? All right, good question. So that's one of them I was going to get to next. So watch this. When they say they cannot edit the document, and they say, no, miss, I'm telling you, I can't edit the document. No, sir, I'm telling you, I can't edit the document. And you go and you open the document, which is this, right? You open the actual file by clicking like that. You will be like, oh, really? You can't edit the document. All you have to do to prove that the child has edit access is you go to the share section on the top right hand side of the document. Right? And when you go to the share section on the top right hand side of the document, you will see exactly who has the ability to edit the document. Because once you share it in the Google Classroom, everybody that is inside that classroom, once they are a member of the classroom, will be able to be seen. And you see this part here? The name of the Google Classroom. The name of this classroom that I have is TestTTT Live, right? It will have two TestTTT Lives. You'll have TestTTT Live teachers, and then you'll have TestTTT Live students. And once you see editor on the side here, trust me, they lie. They can edit the document. It's just that they're saying that they don't have edit access. So make sure that you check the share on the actual document. Right? The actual document. Don't go and check to see if it's shared in the classroom, because if you share something in the classroom, some teachers think when they share things in the stream, that means the students have the ability to see everything. No. When you share a document, when you create an assignment, you have to make sure when you're creating the assignment, watch this. So I'm going to create an assignment, right? Just for you to see. Create assignment. And I created it using Google Docs, right? And Google Docs or slides or sheets or whichever one I want to use. But you have to make sure you use Google's actual actual suite, because if you don't, you won't have the ability to log it. So when you see here, you see this part here, when you share the document, the first thing that you're going to see is students can view file. Students can view file is for assignments where they have to see the work on a piece of paper and then they have to submit something after, which I don't recommend unless it's more mature students and they have to submit pictures of their work, right? Then you have students can edit the file. If once you choose students can edit the file here, exactly what is going to happen is that when the actual document is shared, you're going to see that the students are going to be given editor access on it. But as the whole class having access on it, so that will only be best for like group assignments and whatnot. If you're given a group assignment where everybody has to edit the document or everybody has to edit the slide and create a class slideshow, you could do that, right? But then if you choose students, make a copy for each student, what will happen is every single student is going to get a copy and every single student is going to get their name in front of the assignment. So when they submit it, their name will be attached to it. So they can never say that they didn't get it, because when you go to look at the assignments, you will see their name is attached in front of it. So watch, I'm going to do this now, this one, all right? Test assignment. Watch what will happen when I assign it. When I click assign, it's going to be assigned. And now when I go into the assignment and I click view assignment, you will see the student and you will see their name in front of it now. So I'm going to click on this child's assignment, which is me, basically. And I'm going to click, actually I didn't do any work yet. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch to the next switch to the student. Where's the student? Student. Where I put the student? Okay, yeah. Right. So I'm going to go to the student, and when I go to the assignment that I just got, which is the new test assignment, watch carefully. The original name of the document was untitled document, right? But now look, when I click on it, you're going to see my name in front of the document now. So you see the name of the student comes up in front of it. So you're sure that the student actually got it. And because you're sure the student actually got it, with their name appended in front of it, you are sure that the student has the ability to edit it. So I'm going to type something into this document. Something. And while the student is typing, I could even watch the student do their work on it. So watch me here and here. I'm on this side. I'm gonna get one on this side. And this one, right, good. So this is me monitoring the child doing the work. I'm going to click on the child's work. Student work. This child actually chair. Oh, yes, you don't agree. You really agree on because yeah, accepted. Yeah, it would work. Yeah, flow fighting, right? I see it. Oh, yeah, all right, so let's say the child is working on their document. Y'all, we back on? All right, yeah, we back on. So, child, document is open, and look, I could see the actual document here. So when I click it as a teacher on the left-hand side, teacher on the left-hand side, student is on the right-hand side. Watch closely. I've typed random stuff goes here. And guess what the teacher is going to see on the left-hand side? The teacher is going to see what I have typed so far. So sometimes if you give assignments and you give somebody to do the work, yeah. E. Maria Jacobs, are you saying that an assignment that has a copy for each child can also be edited? Yeah, well, it's edited by a child. It's basically owned by that child. So, right, so the child is editing here, and I am going to view the assignments of the children. Yeah, it might get a little lag, but that's okay. We cool. Yeah. So if the child put random stuff goes here, then I know that the child did it. Da, 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 da. And then I click here, and I will see as this child is editing the document, look very, very closely. I could watch children do work while they are while class is going on. And I will see their little cursor in the spot. So if the child doing something wrong, I'll be like, no child, don't do that. And then if I go on the child side, this is where it gets kind of scary. It'll be like, what? My teacher is watching me type on my work? How dare that teacher do that? Well, yeah, teachers could do that. So if I go into the test assignment, look what happens. You see that my teacher put no child, don't do that. And then the child could reply. Wait for it. Do what, sir? So the child puts do what, sir, and if I go on the teacher side, yeah, you will see that the child will see the teacher's name here in pink. And the teacher will see the child's name in whatever color they get. I think the colors are given randomly, so I can't really tell you which one is what. And just to make things a little spicy, you'll see the teacher's head on the top right-hand side here. So look, it popped up. Exactly what I'm doing on the left-hand side of the teacher, you're seeing it on the right-hand side with the student. So while the student is doing the work, you could literally supervise them doing an assignment in class because you gave it in Google Docs, and you could monitor that they are doing their work. So what I normally do in my class is when I give assignments to everybody individually to do something, I just go here and be like, all right, cool, let me just see what everybody doing. And when you click on the drop down arrow here, you'll see the list of all the students in the class. And I'll just choose whichever student and be like, hey, I'm not seeing anything on your document, Mr. Charles. What are you doing? And then they'll be like, sir, how you seeing that? I'll be like, listen, I have attained some skills in my life, and I see that you're not doing your work in class. It's just like, you know, when you're walking around in class and you give work and the students sitting down on the desk and they're not writing in their book. And they stand up and be like, why are you not writing in your book? Because they're probably talking to another child. Or in this case, because it's online learning, they're probably on their phone. They're probably on WhatsApp. They're probably on, you know, I don't know, YouTube, because one of the things that children master doing right now is while you are teaching class, they will be watching videos on the side. So they'll have their stuff muted, and then they'll be watching the videos or they will be on their phone and whatnot, and they'll turn off their camera. And as soon as they see cameras on, they'll just put the phone to the side, fix up themselves, and then sit down and be like, stop slouching, right? And look like, oh yeah, I was paying attention all the time. But really and truly, they weren't paying attention. So, giving assignments in class and monitoring it at the same time, that's one of the most powerful tools that I could have. Because you can see, like, I highlighted something here, and the student sees that I've highlighted it. So I could say, child, this part here that you did, backspace that, take that off. And then I'll say, put this instead. And then on the right side here, you will see put this instead comes up as a teacher. Following? And this is going to prevent the child from saying, no, sir, I doing my work. Lie, 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 lie. Right? Yeah. Okay, questions? Questions about what I have here so far. Monitoring work, when you assign it, you can assign work as an assignment and you could monitor the children as they are actually doing it. It works well for group projects. If you give them a group project to do a PowerPoint together, a presentation together, while they're working on the presentation, you could literally go and watch everything that they're doing and monitor whatnot. And can you see more than one student at a time? Yeah. When you look at the left hand side, when you go by the assignment page, like when the same place that you go to mark the assignment, you'll be able to see who is assigned to. Now, normally when we give assignments, we give it to them and then we mark it after. But you can go in the assignment page and exactly where you have to put in the mark on the right hand side here, or if you're using the rubric, you can click the drop down arrow and you'll see all the list of students, the list of all the students. And the list of students will be updated in real time. Just like it's updated in real time here, I have one student working on their document. So the student is going to see, just now, I'll put back up the camera. Right, so the student is going to see on the right-hand side, which is this side, this is the student. The student is going to see their document only. But the teacher has a kind of master control on their own, where they could switch between students. I do have another student in this class, but trust me, you will see a list of students here where you go by assigned, and you'll see them and you can sort them by first name, last name, and status. And you'll be able to check everything that you do. And they will see that you are watching them, because they will see your name next to the, on the top right hand side here as, wow, he's also looking at my document. Yeah. All right, only student here. I'm about to end. Yeah, right? So that's one way to check to see if they're actually doing the work that you have assigned to do, right? If they're doing the work that you assign them to do, then you should be good. All right, so I think my browser kind of dragging some of the dragging the internet down. So if you're getting some lag, yeah, one day I'll sort this out. All right, one challenge I have when using Zoom is a child is doing work in the Google Classroom. The camera automatically comes off and the child is using an iPad. Is there any way one can get around that? Nope. If you switch to where the camera automatically comes off, I don't know if an iPad will automatically stop the camera just so that when they go into Google Classroom. It is possible, because I know Apple is a little aggressive in the way that they manage apps. So when you switch from one app to the next app, running Zoom in the background, it may not pick up the camera still. So you may have a little issue there. Yeah. Nalisa Dick, that's not. Let me get the chat up so y'all could see the questions that I'm answering. Because apparently there's a lot of questions about why students lie. But I mean, it's really just human nature, you know, because we all lie. We all lie a lot. Where's the chat? Webcam and chat, right? Chatbox, put in the code. All right, so let's see if I can answer some questions now. Right. Thank God I have standard one. I don't have all that drama. However, I'll experiment with the group assignment. Well, if you have standard one, you probably won't have drama. Most of your lie detection is basically asking them to answer questions while they're in class, or holding up the book to the camera so that you show that they wrote it down in their book. So that's our next way too. If you're in primary school and you give children notes to write in their book, the best way to check to see if they're lying is they have to hold up the book to the camera. But then they will say, Miss or sir, I don't have any camera. And, well, for children who claim that their camera isn't working, the only place that I know you could go to is their parents. You can't really force them to fix a technical issue because you won't know. There's no way you could know from your side that their camera is not working on their device. Or if one day the camera stopped working miraculously, then the only other way to do it is try to be a detective and hit them a little Among Us and suss them and then be like, okay, your camera is not working. And then you ask another teacher, when this child was in your class, was their camera working? And the teacher be like, yes, I saw the camera was working. It was in electrical. Not in electrical, right? But yes, I saw the camera was working. So therefore, they purposefully didn't share their camera in your class. And another teacher who saw them, well, hey, you just tell the teacher, okay, so next time that child puts on their camera in your class, just take a little screenshot of it or take a picture of it, please, because I think they're purposefully leaving their camera off in my class. And then you'd be like, child, you're lying. Yeah, so you could do that. Let's see, Patricia, I've started scheduling the work on Google Classroom so that can't do work whilst we are having Zoom meeting. I'm not too sure. Unless they're on a desktop, so their monitor has no camera in general, and then they have to buy external camera. Yes. Sometimes you don't have yeah. Geo, yeah boy, Geo boy. I don't know, I was just trying. Yep. Any questions again? So yes. You can tell somebody's lying if they submitted their stuff late. They will say that in wrong time zone. Wrong time zone is not a good answer because they're just supposed to know that it's supposed to submit it by whatever time. But you can't say in wrong time zone if you're living in Trinidad, or if you're living in Barbados, or if you're living in Jamaica. Everybody living in the same place. So, yeah. And then, if they say that they did the work and they didn't do it, you could go straight to their individual assignment by clicking on the actual assignment itself, and then click File, View Version History. When you click View Version History, you will see every single edit that was made. And if they say they've been working on it for the whole week, you should see edits for the whole week, right? Yeah, lies. I keep seeing a shortcut when a student turns in their assignment. What is that problem? The child is not submitting the actual file, is submitting a shortcut on the desktop. You have to make them understand that they need to submit the actual file, not a shortcut. But that's more of a computer usage problem than a educational teaching problem. That's just the child doesn't know how to save files properly. To check student attention and participation, I'm asking another question and engage them, sometimes call out their names. Well, yeah, you must call the names. You have to be like, so tell me, what do you think about this, John? And then John will take like 5 seconds to unmute. And then when John finally unmute, he'll be like, well, Miss, yeah, I understand. Lies. Can I monitor 25 pupils at the same time? Yes. What I'm saying is, in the list here, where you see the names of people, usually you would see a list of all of the students and all of the marks. Let me see if I could get, do I have another assignment here, boy? I'll have to switch classrooms. I'll see if I could get an example for you so that you could see, because I'm not too sure if you all understand how much, how you could see every single student's assignment. All right, we got classroom. Nope. Okay, I think I could get one for you. Right. Okay, so any assignment that you give, they will have work that they would have submitted. Right, so when you go view assignments, this is my lessons class, right? Yes, I'll show you these names. This is cool. These are not thing. Right. When you click on to view any one of the assignments, you will get this page. And this page will show you the space you could put the marks in. And then in the list of people here, you'll see the names of all the children. You'll see whose own is missing, whose own is there, whose only haven't marked already, and whatnot. So while they're working in class, you can literally click here and choose any one of their names, and it will just switch to their actual document, and you'll be able to see it. And that's what I'm trying to let you know. While they are working on it, you can see the work that they are doing, and it will come up. That's not really an issue. All right. So I hope that answers your question. That's my IT class. Shameless plug. I have an IT class every Wednesday online, and it's fire. I mean, it's really good. It's really, really good. What I'm saying. Yeah. I usually get a notification from particular students requesting to do the work. What? Say that again. I usually get a notification from a particular student requesting access to edit another student's work. You will see the other student's name on the document in the email. That's because it wasn't shared properly. If it was shared individually with each student, they will never be able to even open another student's own because they will never know it exists. So you have to make sure when you're sharing the assignment that you give each student an individual copy. That will save that problem. If you could see them if they do their assignments on Google Slides, yes, if they do it on Google Slides, you could see the update, the edit history. Why some students are returning PDF form and not the original doc? That's because you didn't do it in Google. That's because when they submit the assignment, they are submitting it from a phone or something. Yeah, if they're submitting it from a phone, it'll give you the option to send it as a PDF. You have to tell them don't send it as a PDF, send it as the original document. What is causing an assignment to come back to be resubmitted before or after the teacher has seen it? Before the due date, you could actually submit and unsubmit any amount of times before the actual due date of the exam, so doesn't matter. Luis Kirkorian, what system am I using? Sponsored by Lenovo. I don't know. Not really. That's an inside joke. All right. Example, you see Alicia Spears is requested to edit this file, and you would see that the other student's name, John Doe email. Yeah. The problem with Alicia Spears is that it has to be shared individually with each student. So you have to give each student an individual copy. What about other sites that can be used with Google Classroom, like TeacherMate and quizzes? Some students cannot access it. That's a different problem. I'm investigating it right now to see, because for me and most other people that I've recommended quizzes to, everything just works. So I'm not too sure why some people get issues with quizzes. I think so far it's because of the way the classroom was set up. The Google Classroom, when it's being linked to quizzes, some teachers not linking it properly. Therefore, when it gets posted, the students will have access. So you have to be careful about that. But I'll try to figure it out by sometime in the following weeks. Can I have a demo on how to set a quiz assignment? Tried one Friday and encountered some challenges where the system was not accepting the responses students wrote for the question. I did a demo on how to create a quiz assignment 3 weeks ago. So in this video here, you'll see a playlist. And when you click on that playlist link, in the description of this video, okay, let me explain. In every YouTube video, there's a description at the bottom. When you click the description, people work really, really hard to lay out all the information there for you so that you can click on it and see things. So there's a playlist in this video that will show you every single playlist that I've ever done on online teaching. One of them, you'll see how to create a Google quiz, which I did 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, something like that. And you should be able to see from start to finish how to create a Google quiz. And make sure that they put their name in it. Ella Marie is saying before and after the due date, you could submit, you could unsubmit and resubmit. Yes, you can, but of course that will be logged also. And you could just go to the version history and literally go back to the version that was submitted on time. Because some students, they will realize that he ain't marked the test yet, and then they'll try to unsubmit and resubmit, and then they realize, but wait now, how this thing gets submitted? This thing gets submitted late, but this wasn't as late as it was before. So as soon as they submit it, you should be able to check it. But there is no way that you could lock off submissions for an assignment or say submissions are closed. All you can have is that it's submitted late. But you have to just watch the date to see when it was submitted. But in my experience, you don't really get much students that do the unsubmit and submit after the fact. Because a lot of the times, once a student submits an assignment, they just be fed up and they want to move on to something else. So, don't really beat up too much about that. Candice Garner, the quizzes tutorial is not completed. You lost connection. No, there's a second video for it. So, in the same description of the quizzes video, you will see video number 2 where I finished it off. But I realize that most people don't read the description in a YouTube video because I don't know why. But remember, a YouTube video has a description where the creator of the video puts a lot of links and information and all kind of follow-up stuff about the video inside there. So if you're not too sure, then check the description of the video and you'll see the second part of it. Because I did put the link for it inside there. Candice Garner, right? So you can check that. Okay, coming up on 9 o'clock. I have 3 more minutes with you before I head back to my normal life. Mods, you know who not home right now. So I have a new game mode to try. So we see how this will work. Yeah. Alright, everybody. So so tonight was just basically to handle students that you know are lying. This is not for students who don't have access to devices and all that stuff. By now, we should know who has access problems, and we should know who literally playing the game. So don't try to don't lose, what is called this word? Don't lose track of what you're doing. Don't try to accuse people who don't have devices for lying and not submitting their assignment. You know they have problems and you know they're trying their best. But there are some students who have devices, they have things that they could use, but they're just being lazy and trying to make up excuses but they didn't submit it. Well, now you have some powers to try to check and track to see if what they said is lining up. Because if they said that they were working on it for a whole week, you should see in the log every single change that they made to their assignment. Nice. All right, great. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you all next week, Saturday, when I will most likely try to find, or next week, Saturday, I think I'm going to try to show you how to create a little grade sheet from Google Sheets, so you could export all the grades, and then you'll automatically get their mark one time. Because we're gonna have to get to the point where we have to start to give out grades in the next few weeks. We'll see that. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. I am going to apparently play a game now.